The most harmful thing is wanting to avoid mistakes. Happiness is nothing more than good health and a bad memory. Give a person everything that he desires, and at the same moment he will feel that this is not everything. We are not rich by what we possess, but by what we can do without. An optimist is a person who sees a green light everywhere, while a pessimist sees only the red stoplight. The truly wise person is colorblind, who reflects too much will accomplish little. Eventually all things fall into place. Until then, laugh at the confusion, live for the moments, and know everything happens for a reason. If we suspect that a man is lying, we should pretend to believe him, for then he becomes bold and assured, lies more vigorously, and is unmasked. The most spiritual people experienced by far the most painful tragedies, but this is precisely why they honor life, because it provides them with their greatest adversities. At 20, everyone has the face that God gave them, at 40 the face that life gave them, and at 60 the face they earn. The lack of young men is that they think they are more happy or unhappy than they really are. Wealth is like seawater. The more we drink, the thirstier we become, and the same is true of fame. Whoever attaches a lot of value to the opinions of others pays them too much honor. An evil person cannot be happy for being alone with himself. He remains alone with the villain. Happiness is the only thing that doubles when you share it. The results of the voyage does not depend on the speed of the ship, but on whether or not it keeps a true course. You should be careful not to form a very favorable opinion about a person at first acquaintance, otherwise, in most cases you will have to be disappointed. Many people know they are unhappy, but even more people don't know they are happy. The kinder a person is, the less he notices the bad in people. If you own something you cannot give away, then you don't own it, it owns you. Hope in reality is the worst of all evils, because it prolongs the torments of man. The future comes slowly, the present flies, and the past stands still forever. He who cannot obey himself will be commanded. That is the nature of living creatures. To become what one is, one must not have the faintest notion what one is. In the hopes of reaching the moon, men failed to see the flowers that blossom at their feet. No one can construct for you the bridge upon which precisely you must cross the stream of life. No one but yourself alone. To live is to suffer, to survive is to find some meaning in the suffering. That which does not kill us makes us stronger. If you punish a child for what is bad and reward for what is good, then he will do good for the sake of profit. The clever are not so much looking for loneliness as they avoid the fuss created by fools. The greatest of follies is to sacrifice health for any other kind of happiness. There is no such thing as chance, and what seems to us more accidents springs from the deepest source of destiny. Willpower is to the mind like a strong, blind man who carries on his shoulders a lame man who can see. The first 40 years of life gives us the text, the next 30 supply the commentary on it. The surest way to corrupt a youth is to instruct him to hold in higher esteem those who think alike than those who think differently. It is not thoughts that need to be taught, but thinking. Sleep is the interest we have to pay on the capital which is called an at death. And the higher the rate of interest, and more regularly it is paid, the further the date of redemption is postponed. Respond to critiques with accomplishments. From the point of view of youth, life is an endless future. From the point of view of old age, it is a very short past. Don't tell your friend what your enemy shouldn't know. If they gossip about you, it means that you are enough not only for yourself, but also for others. An intelligent person always hides three things about himself: his weaknesses, his sources of wisdom, and his true aspirations. A man can be himself only so long as he is alone, and if he does not love solitude, he will not love freedom, for it is only when he is alone that he is really free. The reading of all good books is like a conversation with the finest minds of past centuries. He who is cruel to animals becomes hard also in his dealings with men. We can judge the heart of a man by his treatment of animals. The secret of reaping the greatest fruitfulness and the greatest enjoyment from life is to live dangerously. A high degree of intellect tends to make a man unsocial. The advantage of a bad memory is that one enjoys several times the same good things for the first time. It is in the treatment of trifles that a person shows what they are. The future comes slowly, the present flies, and the past stands still forever. You should be careful not to form a very favorable opinion about a person at first acquaintance, otherwise, in most cases, you will have to be disappointed.